Hi folks, welcome to 1 Minute Math. Today we'll be looking at inverse trig functions, which would be like using SOH to find an angle instead of to find a missing side of your right triangle. So this would be a classic kind of problem with an inverse trig situation. We're going to treat this just like we would treat a SOH situation. Even though I don't have a number for the angle, there is an angle that's identified. That's where I'm going to make my perspective, my starting point when I identify my sides. I notice this side is the opposite. It is not touching that side at all. This guy over here is the hypotenuse. He's the longest side, and that makes this side of length 15 is the adjacent by default. It's also the side that touches my angle that is not the hypotenuse. So opposite, adjacent, OA, SOH, TOA. This is a tangent problem, TOA for tangent. So I would set up my situation. If I knew the angle number, I'd write it right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and call that tangent x. The tangent of x degrees equals opposite over adjacent. And now if you look at your calculator should have sine, cosine, and tangent buttons on it. And usually you have to hit the second or the shift button or control or something. And just above those, it's going to say sine with a little -1 as an exponent, cosine with that little -1, tangent. These are called inverse trig functions. That thing that I just wrote would be called the inverse sine. And just like sine, you normally give it an angle and it gives you a fraction or a decimal. Now we're going to give inverse sine, inverse cosine, inverse tangent. We give them a decimal and it gives us an angle back. So I'm going to type that second and then the tangent button to get tangent with a little -1 at it. Inverse tangent. 9 divided by 15. The parentheses are important. If your calculator does not put the parentheses in there for you, please put them in yourself. And the answer it gives me is 30.9. So that means my angle here is 30.9 degrees. That's our 1 minute on inverse trig functions. If you want a longer explanation, please click the link in the comments. Thanks for watching.